Hello everyone, it's Mike from Chess Lifestyle, live from Sapporo, Japan. It's actually pretty late here already, but yeah, it's a Friday today, and as we can see from below, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we are doing these streams, and I'm happy to report that we have gone up 1 minute, so we are now trying to train 55 minutes every time I do stream. So yeah, the more this channel grows, the more I'm forced to train, and that is the whole idea. Before we get into training, and today, like, what I want to do is review at least all the losses that I had in the Chessmood Grand Prix. I mean, maybe I'll review the wins as well, just to give myself a bit of a confidence boost, because I think I need it lately. I just wanted to briefly mention that, yeah, for the next, like, couple weeks, I think, I'm sure I'll you know, like, maybe even sooner than a couple weeks, but I think lately I've just been feeling quite overwhelmed with, life. Let's put it that way. I mean, like, I mentioned last stream about, like, basically losing a shit ton of money due to getting like debit card fraud, and I mean, I've also relocated to a new location. I had just toured my school friends around Malaysia for a whole week, and I probably slept around 3 or 4 hours a day and was doing social activities non-stop for a week, to basically a very kind of introspective experience here in Sapporo, where I haven't really talked to many people. I mean, actually tomorrow I'm going to be going to, like, this reading group just to hang out and read and discuss a bit after. But yeah, no, it's basically I've gone from hot weather to cold weather, socializing to no socializing, having money to having no money. So it's been quite a roller coaster recently. And the other big committal thing that has suddenly changed in my life is that yesterday I was gonna have an early night, you know, maybe take a bath, because in my flat here in Sapporo, this is really I never realized, like, how genius this is, but why do they make baths shallow and long when you can make it short and deep, right? Because all you want to do in a bath is just, like, you know, be completely filled with hot water, right? So anyway, I was going to take a bath because, I mean, yeah, the baths here are luxurious, especially how chilly and cold the environment is. But instead, I relapsed. God, relapse sounds so bad, but I basically ended up, I mean, it was a relapse in some ways. I basically played and binged a bunch of bullet chess again. And this is all because my one friend did not take me up on my offer of, you know, having a punishment, right? If I binge some bullets, which is, like, you know, transferring them £50. But today, what I decided was I will write up a formal document, contact a different friend, and make sure that I put my name to paper to basically say that, you know, I'm not able to binge bullet anymore. I have to apply this Caius rule, this plus 25 minus 25 rule to, like, mitigate the losses, because I mean I literally dropped like 100 rating points for literally no reason, and I gained like 25 back today. But yeah, it's just like this whole day I've kind of been, like, off a bit because of how tired I was from playing this bullet, right? So the point is that this is another thing where I've been quite a free man of being able to play whenever I want, but I've finally knuckled up and put some restrictions on myself for good, because yeah, I don't have any more money to waste. So basically that's another change as well. And it's a weird one because, I mean, I am happy that I'm taking the step forward, but it's also like I hate restrictions in general. And here I am having to put a restriction on myself just for my own mental and physical health. And I know it's something like bulleted. It sounds so ridiculous to say, but I think these things, like, you know, these I don't know how well the camera will pick this up, but I don't know if you can see, but I went to a jazz cafe, and I saw on the Google reviews that there was one photo where there was a chess table, and I double checked to make sure it was really 8x8, and, you know, the white on the right is right. And yeah, I brought my pieces. I had to wait for the girl who was sitting on the table to leave, and then I quickly jumped on that table. And yeah, I had a really good study session, all on Seven Deadly Sins, the chapter on egoism. And I felt really, really refreshed from this, just like, thinking about the opponent's ideas as well. But I mean, the issue with like, all of this study is that, I mean, can you guys tell that I haven't spoken to anyone? Like the amount of yapping I'm doing. But like, yeah, the amount of studying and learning that I'm doing from this book, I mean, I feel like it's super good. But the problem is I'm just not playing enough classical. Well, I'm not playing any classical to make use of this stuff. And I mean, even like the sporadic classical game is not really going to be enough. I kind of need to be immersed in it while reading this book to really elevate my game. So I think what I'll probably do is I will finish the book by the end of this trip. But when I go back to UK, I will probably do a reread while playing like nonstop in Liverpool, just so I can really implement everything that I've learned from it. Because I think I can be a much stronger player if I am able to implement the stuff learned from this book. But it's just like I can't ingrain it into my chess system because I don't have the practice right now of playing classical, which is, it's kind of frustrating. But okay, at the same time, I'm eating yummy Japanese food and enjoying the life over here. And I mean, I have nothing to complain about really. So something for future Michael to concern himself with. But yeah, let's get into some chess training then. And I did want to report as well that the Chess Lifestyle team is always open for people to join. The password is C3 Venom. And yeah, I'm trying to keep scores. I'm having to do this by hand, so it takes me a freaking age to sort this out. But I think it's nice to keep score, and I've got some end-of-season prizes for you guys who are competing. And finally, third time lucky, we scored 7th place in the Chessmood Grand Prix. And that means we got a total of 6 Grand Prix points. And we can actually check for overall league standings. And I think we are sitting, I mean, we need to get top 10 by the end of the season if we want to qualify for the finals. And if I count, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we're 14th place right now. But yeah, the good news is that a lot of these teams that are higher up, they played like the first round and then they just quit. So I think this is a very good sign that these teams are not so consistent. And I'm not sure if maybe like these teams will end up pulling it out the bag and playing in 7 events, but hopefully not. And hopefully our consistency will pay off and get us in that top 10 to qualify for the final tournament with some prizes. But yeah, regarding this third Grand Prix, I mean, I had a pretty rough tournament, I'd say. I mean, I've had rough tournaments every single time. I mean, I think it's, a mix of playing at 4 a.m. and also streaming my games. But this one was a real tilt fest, let's put it that way. I mean, I won the first 4, I then lost the next 4. I had like a little shaky in the middle, and then I won the next 5, and then I lost the next 5. So yeah, I don't really know what to say. But let's learn from the games. And I think, to be honest, like, I could boost my confidence by looking at the games I won. But let's just look at the games I lost for now. I mean, I don't think I'm going to have time to look at everything, so let's just prioritize. So let's remind ourselves, so okay, in the first 15 moves, I get a plus 1.5 advantage, not a surprise with C3 Venom. Go to the opening. We get an exchange Slav. Yeah, and this opening I'm very confident with because everyone plays this A6, and I think A6 is just like a unnecessary move. I wonder if at this moment I can already play ideas of knight a4, but I need to be careful of my king still in the center. So I guess knight a4 is a problem. Yeah, queen b4, and I've probably got all of these issues. So it makes sense that castling is necessary first. Unfortunately, this gives my opponent time for b5. But then I hit it with a4, b4, and these pawns coming forward are actually not such a problem, and it looks like I'm playing like the top engine moves, so far so good. And knight c4 is apparently wrong. So I could have played, queen e2 is top move. Okay, we'll take it. Yeah, and this is the point, right? Like I can contest the c4 square with b3 if I want, but they can't contest the c5 square. Rook FC1 is better. I guess it's actually just playing to win a pawn. Yeah, maybe this is actually just much cleaner. Yeah, I just missed a chance to win a pawn. I was just too focused on getting this knight to a good square. Okay, and then I remember, like, I didn't put the knight on c5 to win a pawn. It just kind of like lucked out. I got lucky here. Also, maybe if one of you can just write on chat who's watching. I see we've got 4 viewers. If one of you can just quickly write something on chat just to make sure that I know that it's working, that would be appreciated. But yeah, rook fc1. So I'm literally a +2 advantage. How on earth did I choke this? Knight e4 is a crazy move, which I played. I mean, I was really playing a good tournament. This is, I mean, a good game. I even go for this trade. I even get knight d6. I've literally played Stockfish for the first 24 moves. Are you kidding me? And I literally have, like, way more time than the opponent as well. b3 now. Yeah, I missed that he had this idea. This was very annoying. Yeah, if I just play b3, then it's completely over. Because I'm up a pawn, I have the c file, he's got no counterplay, but I missed this chance. Interesting how it wants knight d2 instead. Because I can use the rook to defend and use the knight to attack, whereas I can't use the knight to defend. So that's probably why it's prioritizing the knight. But we get this anyway, and I'm still in a better position. Surprised I didn't go for rook a3. I mean, I'm a pawn up. I really should be looking to trade rooks. I don't think this was on my radar at all. Instead, I brought the rook this way. Yeah, and I somehow blundered something here, I think. Rook takes b2, rook a4, knight d5. Seems okay, it doesn't seem like the end of the world. Wow, so actually in this position I already have d5. Knight d2 for rook c4. Okay, thanks Adrian for dropping a message so I know that chat works. So this is back here. For rook c4 is a way to defend. I mean, I just looked at the top engine move and I think it gives rook a1, which is very odd. Okay, I stand corrected. Adrian is stronger than my eyesight on Stockfish. That's actually hilarious. If I tried to cheat with Stockfish, Adrian would still beat me. That's crazy. But yeah, rook c4, of course. That's definitely a nicer way to defend. I'm glad you mentioned this, because I don't want my intuition to start being to play rook a1. I mean, it looks so passive. So yeah, very nice spot. But yeah, somehow I messed this up then. And yeah, like it looks like I had this opportunity to play for d5, which to me should make sense, right? I mean, like, even though the king is kind of close, I mean, I do have a rook and a knight in close proximity. I'm covering the square. Makes sense why making this pass pawn would be strong, but instead I just grab this pawn. Yeah, interesting how the knight endgame is not clear anymore. Even though I'm up a pawn, I guess like these pawns are very loose. Like as soon as I play this, what is happening? Why am I... Wow, this is already a draw. I mean, there's this funny quote that is like, well, not a funny quote, but like there's a saying that says like, knight endgames are closest to pawn endgames. But I can't remember who said it. It might have been my coach Roger who said this, but he said like that saying is actually kind of garbage. And I mean, when you look at this position, I mean, it becomes clear, right? I mean, if this was a pawn endgame, white is winning 1,000,000 out of 1,000,000. But with the knights on the board, apparently engine deems that it's a draw. So, I mean, take this saying with a pinch of salt, I guess. Um, but yeah, I started pushing the B pawn. I think that was my strategy. And to be honest, I think I was successful. But then maybe I just got flagged or something. I don't remember how this game went. Like somehow. Oh, I should have pushed D5. Yeah, D5 is so much better. Why did I take the pawn? I remember at this moment that I was anticipating E5. Maybe I was scared if I push the pawn, then he has the square with the check, and I thought maybe I lose the knight, but maybe I just missed that I have king b6. I actually saw e5 as an idea. I don't know. Maybe I just double guessed. Like I thought maybe d5 is blundering something when it doesn't. But yeah, this position is completely winning. Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, and he misses the trade. I think in the moment I was expecting the trade and thought I messed up. Rook a7 is completely winning. Yeah, this should of course be the instinct. I mean, let me just make sure I've got this rook a7, king d8. My instinct is to push b7. On a very different note, I mean, thinking about like the money that I've potentially lost, and to fill anyone in who's just joining, basically like my bank account got like compromised, like it like the details got stolen, and I lost like 2.5 grand, and I'm still trying to chase it back. But it's kind of given me like a very interesting perspective on money, because I used to think like, well, obviously the money in your bank should be safe, right? But it's like the more I think about it, your money is actually never safe at all. Like even let's say you buy gold, I mean, maybe the price of gold could drop, even though it like generally doesn't. I mean, another way it could be lost is like someone could steal it. Maybe I don't know, you invest in property and there's an earthquake and the property collapses, or like you invest in property and somehow the property gets taken away from you. Like, I don't know, it's just made me think that like actually whatever form of savings you have, it's not actually secure. And it's kind of made me change my perspective on it a bit. It's almost to the point where it's like, maybe it's better just to, have a bit of a safety net. I mean, like, I also have a bit of a safety net in different locations. So if I lose 2.5 grand overnight, it's not going to kill me. But I mean, aside from just having a safety net, this kind of like idea of like, saving long term, I don't really know if like I can get behind it anymore. I mean, one thing that, people can't take away from you is your experiences. So if I can spend that money on, let's say, chess tournaments or accommodation or flights or whatever, that can't be taken away, right? So maybe, like, I don't know, I've always been a big spender anyway, as opposed to a saver. But I think, this recent experience has, like, put me off, like, saving money even more. Samsara asked, "Are we playing the marathon?" I am not, because I actually have some plans, and I think like I got very lucky last time I played the marathon, where it was like I think when was it? I think it was during like half term, like October half term, and I just happened to have a completely free 24 hours, so. That's kind of why I played. I mean, normally, like, I've got some stuff going on, and if you can't give it your 100%, like, I kind of don't wanna bother. But yeah, I would be curious to hear your thoughts on saving money. I don't know, tricky one. I mean, even the stock market, right? Like, there's that recent stock market crash, and like all of the money that I've made on the stock market, which is probably it's literally nothing. I've probably made like £200-300, which in the grand scheme of things, given the amount of like effort I've put into it, it's just abysmal. But I lost all of that, like, and more in the recent like economic crash with like the Trump tariffs, and it's just like, Man, money is not secure at all. At all. It just sucks. It just sucks. Yeah, really, it really puts things into perspective. You just played the N 7 hours. Made a huge mistake last time. You put your money into crypto, Safsara? That sounds incredibly dodgy. But I wish you luck on that endeavor. So yeah, my thoughts were to play b7 after this. I mean, is b7 the right move? No. It is winning, though. But it's more shaky. So apparently I even have a checkmate in 4. So let me try and calculate it. King d6. Where is the checkmate? Oh, shit. This is the checkmate, I guess. Yeah, and what can they play? If they play rook takes c5 to block that checkmate, I guess we give a check, they block, and then we push b7. Yeah, I actually, in this position, I had no instincts to go for checkmate, which is kind of sad. Another thing that's sad, I'm currently using some cardboard for my mouse pad, but the cardboard isn't even flat, so it's like incredibly frustrating to use my mouse right now. Which is also why my bullet binge yesterday was so ridiculous, because I mean, I literally didn't have a mouse pad, and my mouse was like glitching every few seconds. It's just so stupid. Just, I don't know. Wow, and yeah, incredibly, like, this position is just getting choked, which is just kind of crazy. Oh, and then I mess it up. Wow. Wow, and then my opponent messes up. I mean, God. And then I missed the chance to play b7, which I do now. Yeah, and I thought this was super clever because I thought I was queening, but the problem is I'm not because they've just got this move. And I lose my queen and lose the game. So, what on earth went wrong in this game? I mean, probably I could have finessed this a lot better. I think the opening-wise, I played this pretty flawlessly. I mean, maybe stopping this b3 was worth noting. But yeah. I mean, there was also this Adrian move as well with knight d2 here, right? With rook c4 to hold on to everything. This is probably worth doing as well, because actually once I give his rook activity, then I'm risking a lot. I mean, if my opponent's rook doesn't get active, then I'm not going to experience the shit I dealt with. Oh, man. I mean, this is the other thing as well. Like, I see the money is still on my mind, right? Like, I have this feeling that, like, 2.5 grand shouldn't be a lot of money. It shouldn't be a lot of money in the sense that, like, I feel like, you know, if you actually want to, let's say, buy a house or something, like, that's, like, a lot of money. Like, when we're talking, like, hundreds of thousands of pounds, that's a lot. So 2.5 grand shouldn't be a lot. But when I think about what I could spend with 2.5 grand, like, I feel like I'm very efficient with my money. And it's like, 2.5 grand could last me so long. It's like, actually, I was looking up, like, how much money you should budget in Japan, and everywhere on Google that suggests, like, the minimum spend, I'm probably, like, spending, like, half or a quarter of that. Like, I don't know how people spend so much money. So when I think about 2.5 grand, God, I don't know how long that could last me. I could probably do, like, another 4-5 months in, like, Southeast Asia or something. Which is just mad. It's like, I literally lost 4 or 5 months of, like, paradise. It's just so tilting. It's so tilting. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, okay, yeah, so I don't know where my technique could have been improved on this plan. Like, I pushed this b pawn. From this moment, it's +5. Like, I should do better here. Wow, that's a crazy move. On knight d4, the engine actually wants rook takes. Wow, I don't think I'd ever have the confidence to play this, given that I also create this pass pawn. But it does make sense how we're a bit faster, because there's this old adage that like the central pawn's queen faster, and the principle behind it is because that you hit a lot of stuff on the way. So it makes sense that, yeah, we're just that extra bit faster. But yeah, no, this is a crazy move. I mean, the fact that the knight is covering these squares, I mean, this is really ridiculous. Yeah, I think I should also just have some checkmating kind of instincts here as well. It's kind of poor that didn't really cross my mind. Yeah, rook a7. Yeah, okay, so let's actually just do this learn from mistakes and see if I am completely certain that I have all of these moves under control. See, I'm not even 100% sure what my correct move was, so that's kind of a bad sign of my analysis just now. I have a feeling knight c4 was the idea, basically to keep tabs on this a3 push and just secure my pawn. Maybe some ideas of knight d6. I think knight c4 was the correct move. Yeah, knight c4, knight d6. Okay, and some clever tactics to win a pawn. Okay, let's keep going. This one, rook takes a4, was inaccurate. Does the one knight takes c4? I mean, it seems unnatural to put my rook in the pin like that, but the point was that rook takes is just risking the draw after rook takes. I feel like it must be knight takes then. Knight takes and then knight f4? What's going on here? Maybe it's even knight d7. I wonder if this is any good. If they move here, then I come here. The only problem is I don't get to win the pawn, which is kind of annoying. Somehow I feel like this should be the way. Oh wait, it was d5, wasn't it? Oh my god, that's so annoying. It took me so long to recall this. d5. See, it's not like even seeing it just now. Like my brain is just so capped. It's so capped, right? d5 is the move, right? Because we covered d1. We have enough pieces controlling this. d5 was a move. For a second, I thought it wasn't. I was gonna be so tilted. Yeah. So let me also, I mean, instinctively, I think I also get this feeling that somehow they can block it or something, but it's just not happening. It's just not happening. Yeah. Wow. It's really, really bad how slow I was. Yeah, I can play on the phone as well. The problem with playing on the phone is that I can get tilted much faster. Like I found that, like, I remember years ago I got to like 2450 bullet when I was nowhere near that level, and it was just due to having like an insane run on my phone, and then I immediately lost like 150 points after. So you get paid to teach chess now. Let's go, Safsara. Is this at the local club? I don't get how you get these chaotic positions after play boring. I have no idea either, Safsara. I mean, I feel like my opening repertoire is actually pretty boring. But yeah, I guess like when you play stronger players, they also like push you to your limits, which leads to more crazy positions. This one was rook a7. And this one was king d5. This was also king d5. I had a chance again. And here I could have gone b7, was it? No, then I'm losing this. What did I play? I played rook a5. What should I have done here? Somehow king c6 is calling out to me. Takes. Doesn't quite work though, right? King here, king here. The problem is if I move the rook anywhere here, then I lose this knight. So what on earth is going on? Oh, is it push pawn? They take and then I go king b6. Maybe that's the point. Yeah, that looks like it. Yeah, b7. So then they have to take, and then apparently this is a draw. Crazy position. Knight against 2 passed pawns, but the pawns are extremely dangerous. Okay, that was good. That was a very in-depth look at this game, but yeah, I mean, first of all, I played the opening and middle game very well. It's just a matter of like being a bit more careful about my opponent's counterplay. I think this was the big take home. Then I lost to this IM, and I thought like I played a great game, and I just blundered it all at the end. The engine doesn't suggest this, but I mean, it's also a Benoni, so the engine is always a big hater. But the fact that I had like 2 opportunities to take over says something. So we get this theory, b6, knight d7. Local club. Want to do a speed test? Absolutely not. I am not interested in playing any bullet right now. Yeah, so I think this is all relatively theory. And he goes with f4, right? This was like something I hadn't anticipated, but f5 is actually inaccurate. Knight d6 is apparently the way I'm supposed to go. I think I was scared of knight d6, so I was scared of e4. Apparently e4 is just bad. b5. b5, okay. b5, what if they push e5? I mean, this is looking very scary. Yeah, this is actually +1, except for 1 resource, queen g5. So why is queen g5 so powerful? Because they're probably dropping the pawn, right? They can't defend it like this, so I'm just going to win the pawn. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I just got to understand that e5 is not a problem because I've got this queen g5 motif. I mean, it just means I don't even know how you get to those levels of, I don't know, tactical vision. I think it's, I guess, just like looking for resources a bit harder rather than just giving up a bit too soon. I'm gonna close this from Sasha. What the hell is that? That is, I see what you mean by speed test now. That's actually a very interesting position to test your speed. You know what, Safsara? Send me the challenge again. I'll take it. I'll take it. I thought you just meant like a normal game, but I'm actually curious how much slower I am than you. I don't know if that position took a lot of time to set up, so apologies if it did. Yeah, I guess that position is literally just speed, because you're probably never going to get checkmated with the number of queens. But yeah, I am curious like how much slow I am. It's a speed test position. That's crazy. Someone has thought of that. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. I'm curious how much slower I am. Okay. Jesus Christ. So I guess the point is that I should just push the g-pawns. But then what on earth is going on with the e-pawn situation? Safsara wants to be white? Screw you, Safsara. Let's just play. No, I decline. I don't want to know your theory that you've learned here. The rules are... What are the rules? To not go into your opponent's side. Ah, okay. Oh, so you just have to move the queens. Are you allowed to take your opponent's pieces? Oh, you're meant to shuffle, okay. Interesting, you're just meant to shuffle, but... Surely then... Is Safsara cheating? Oh my god. Now I'm glitching up. So I think my internet might be faster, I just have no mouse speed because I don't have like a... I guess there's going to be a free fold soon, I reckon. So probably Safsara will push a pawn. But I feel like he's cheating. I feel like the whole rule point was like, you're not allowed to move into my side. So I guess I've misunderstood the rules. Crazy. So I'm a good like 6 seconds slower. But what is this pushing the pawns? What is this pushing the pawns? I feel like this is cheating, no? But yeah, no, like I don't know if I've got a bit of lag. Probably not. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that again. It's so cancerous. But yeah, it shows that like my conditions are not optimal and you're allowed to push pawns to avoid 50 move rule. I mean, shady business pushing the pawns all the way to disrupt my pre-moving. But yeah, interesting speed test position. Never heard of this. I mean, I'm almost glad that I've never heard of it. It means that I haven't sunken into the depths of ultra bullet and bullet chess degeneracy. Did I take a queen? No, but you disrupted my play. I mean, that's against the spirit of the shuffling and the speed test, is it not? But anyway, interesting to experience whatever that was. Yeah, and I guess f5 was a problem. Queen e7 was the better way to deal with it. Yeah, Queen e7 is very nice actually, because I don't mind him taking on f5, but I don't want him to push e5. So Queen e7 actually makes perfect sense. Yeah, so Queen e7 is a better move. I allowed for this instead. Yeah, and then he captured me, which I guess is a surprise. What should he have done instead? Probably knight g5? What did he play? Oh, queen f1. Queen f1. And I can't just go king g7? Queen f4. Okay, this is some ridiculous line. I mean, exploiting this. I mean, it's very nice, but very difficult to spot. So this happens instead. I try and cover these pieces. Yeah, and I saw that I had rook b7. So yeah, I thought I'd done well here. I thought I'd done well. And I even picked up this pawn, which I thought was good. But then, I remember this mistake. I remember saying in the stream that I literally was doing well, and then he just does this, which I completely overlooked. But even so, I had a good resulting position. I should have made more out of it. But yeah, I just caught a glimpse of the engine. Unfortunately, bishop takes a3 is very nice because I've got this tactic. Yeah, it's like to see such a move is just never in a million years. It's on my radar to look for grabbing that pawn. I mean, this queen a7. Interesting. Why is queen a7 so strong? Like, can't I just get out of the stuff with, like, queen d5? Queen f2, and apparently this is good, but instead... Bishop takes g2 draw. That's crazy. Bishop takes g2 draw. Rook takes g2, then I've got queen f1. I can believe how that's a draw. But bishop takes g2, king takes g2? Where's my draw? I go queen d5, queen d5. And I've probably just got perpetual in the wildest way. Yeah, this queen is so offside. That's crazy. That's crazy that this is just a draw. I mean, the confidence to play this is pretty insane. But it also makes sense. Queen e5. You've just got that draw. This queen is not joining the game anytime soon. Wow. But instead I play this. He finds queen a3. What a move to find. I mean, I guess it's like kind of necessary. I'm threatening some checkmate business. I try and distract him. Of course he doesn't get distracted. I go for the endgame, which apparently is a good decision. Oh my god, I had a win? c3, what a move. c3 with the idea to push b3, I'm guessing. b3, b2, b1, wow. Oh, I wish I was good at chess. I mean, these are the kind of pass pawn tactics. Like, if I could see these, I would genuinely be like 100 or 200 points higher. I mean, same with the previous game I lost. I had a winning position. I just couldn't get my pass pawns going. It's like, is that a cockroach? Yeah. The hell is that? I think I'm gonna put a cover on it. That scares the living daylights out of me. What the hell is that? Oh my god. Alright, hold up, guys, hold up. Yeah. I've actually never seen one of those before. It was like a crazy ass. Let me look up Sapporo centipede. What was it? Hairy centipede? God, I hope they're not poisonous. I mean, that's gonna give me a new. Oh God, it was. I think it's one of these. I think it's one of these. Jesus Christ! I just saw it out of the corner of my. Rare and venomous centipede. It better not be. let me see. Hairy centipede. Oh shit! That's literally where I am. I'm in this area of Hokkaido. Hairy centipede. Oh, it's just a house centipede. Oh, commonly found. Okay. Whew, phew. It's not poisonous. I thought it might be. I thought it might be poisonous. Well, not common in northern Hokkaido, as in warmer areas. I see. Oh, they can bite. Oh, it can cause localized pain and swelling. Shit. Okay. Well, that's just brilliant. Now I have a neighbor who can bite me and inject venom into me. Damn. What is this? A mucade. They grow up to 20 cm long and they are hunters who eat cockroaches. That's crazy. That's crazy. Average speed of 1.3. I mean, this guy was not fast. I mean, unless like he just didn't see me coming, he did not run. Holy crap. Okay, anyway, I'm getting very sidetracked. That was an interesting experience. Yeah, getting distracted. Exactly. Oh, I missed C3. God damn it. C3 would have been such a nice move to find. I literally had to berserk against this guy as well. I berserked against an IM. And I was literally in a winning position. And I cocked it up. Yeah, I just played some trash bishop d3. I mean, it's like, this is not the time and place to be like, I don't know, trying to consolidate my position. Like, I have the majority, like, make use of it. It's so frustrating. I mean, genuinely, I mean, this is why I did, like, passport tactics for, like, several weeks straight. Because I was just like, if I can be good at passport tactics, I will literally jump a level. Because so many of my games are decided by, like endgame grinds and pass pawns get involved. It's just, I just wish I could see these moves. And it feels like something that's within my capabilities, you know? Like, to be able to find C3, but it's just not. Like, if I was a woodpecker method for, like, endgame grinds and tactical finishes, like this one, then this would be really nice. Maybe I should save this position, actually. Let me save this one. I mean, I should be able to see this. I had like a study. What was the study called? Maybe it's on Contribute. Motifs, right? Let's put this. Pass pawn break. Yeah, I mean, and then apparently this is a draw. I mean, I somehow messed this up. Again, wow, I have this C3 idea for ages. Wait, so why is C3 not working now? Because they can push B3. I didn't even consider that as a move. I thought this was for... I'm so bad. So, hold on a sec. So in this position, why can't they push B3? Bishop D5 and you pick up the pawn. See, I'm so bad. Like, I literally just assume that this is, like, the only move. I don't know why. I didn't even consider B3 as a move. I think maybe this is also, like, a reason why I need to cut down the bullet chess, because I think it's like the auto recaptures are, like, just ridiculous. Like, genuinely, like, ruining aspects of my chess. So I guess it turns out that, like, this This position is just like nothing. I mean, as in it's not able to be held, which makes sense in a way. I mean, the bishop and pawn configuration are not so solid. Oh wow, I'm just blundering left, right, center. So I should give my opponent the rook's pawn. I guess this makes sense. From a drawing perspective, I want to give my opponent the weaker pawn. And apparently this is just alright. And this is a drawn endgame. That's quite surprising. Really? And if they do something like this, I have to go h6? And what's my draw? Okay, let's say king f6. How would I try and win this? I'd probably do this. Bishop f7, I'd give a check. King g7, I'd come in. Oh, then I just blunder a pawn, so don't do that. So maybe pushing it to a light square is a bad idea. Let's say we go rook b6, king g7. And there's no good way to make progress. That's crazy. They can't, like, zugzwang me somehow? Yeah, then king f5, right? So, yeah, I want to understand this endgame a little bit better. Where was this? Oh, it was way ago. Oh my god. Where was it? Yeah, it was this moment here, like the takes, right? Yeah, so in this position, bishop f7 would blunder, but apparently this position is holding. Bishop h7, how can that work? What about, like, check? Yeah, no, it's already starting to... King h8 is still a draw? King e5? g6, king f6? How is this a draw? And it's just saying you can't bring the pieces in any further. That's ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. That's the craziest fortress I've ever seen. Imagine getting to this position and realizing you don't have a win. That's crazy. Convert to ultra bullet, never. That, like, oh man, I've lost enough brain cells playing bullet. I think ultra bullet is like the death of me. What should I do with the pet spider? Pet centipede. Like, it's just casually, like, hiding under a bowl right now. Maybe I can feed it. Oh, so sorry, you definitely have lost brain cells. I mean, like, whatever, like, place you reach in life, just realize that you could have been so much more had you not played Ultra Bullet. Like, genuinely. Actually, like a life ruiner, I think this Ultra Bullet. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, but that fortress was ridiculous, though. But I think still principally, like, giving my opponent the worst pawn makes sense. Yeah, I mean, this was a mistake. And then, yeah, incredibly, this endgame was just lost. I thought that I should be able to hold this, but nah, it's just not holding. I wonder if I could have made a better attempt at trying to hold this. I love how king a8 gets a blunder because it's like one move faster to checkmate. Yeah. Yeah, that's annoying. So I missed this one huge opportunity to push c3. I also found in the opening I could have played an earlier knight d6 because I shouldn't be so worried about e4, e5 because I've got this queen g5 which hits the rook and hits the pawn. Very interesting motif. Also, queen e7 in general to stop e5 was a very useful motif to keep in mind as well. Yeah. But okay, I mean, given that I had to berserk this game, I think I did a decent job. But yeah, like, I think I played well. I think I played well, like, surprisingly well. I mean, like, I had a couple friends over at my flat while playing this tournament, and I remember one of my friends saying, like, I was super locked in. So I think I really was. Like, I think this was a decently played game as well. But I need to. I think this is like just not ambitious enough. I need to take more risks and realize that like I can be more ambitious with this position. I think generally I'm just not as big of a risk taker, surprisingly. I mean, I think most people who meet me think I'm a huge risk taker, but I think I kind of have to compensate in that sense, like overcompensate, like by being less risky. But yeah, here I should just be more ambitious, be more active. I know this is probably a weakness of mine, actually. Basically, just not being active enough with my play. Let's run a computer analysis just to save time, because we're already going very slowly. And let me go for this one as well. Okay, this one's already got some analysis, so let's study this one first. So this was game 4 of my 4-game tilt. This is all reasonable. Yeah, and queen b6 is maybe right now it doesn't make much sense, because normally I do it when the pawns are like completely closed. Right here it's a little bit risky because potentially the center can still open. But apparently queen b6 is still fine, surprisingly. If they take on e7, wow, this position is good for me. C takes, and I'm just supposedly slightly better. Rook e1, some threats. And I just have to go king f8 like that. But apparently, like, the strength of his bishop is incredible. I mean, is this just a surprise to me, or is this a surprise to you guys as well? This position is minus 0.7, despite my king being in such a mess. Queen f4, king g8, h5. This makes some sense. I mean, h5 does make sense as well, and then play with like bishop f6, king g7, I can get behind this. And the rook is actually not so badly placed on h8. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, still probably unnecessary to play this queen b6. I mean, d4 I don't really like. It's not really what I want. Of course, just castle. Yeah, castling makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I play this queen b6. I'm gonna eat some food. So this is the great thing about Japan as well. I feel like the grocery stores have like really good food selections that are like super cheap. So this is like some I don't know, egg, rice, katsudon. I think I paid like maybe like, oh, it's not my style. So I get a good position, but like I don't really know what I'm doing. I should never play d4. It does make sense he's a junior, because like this kind of move to avoid the queen trade is very, very junior like. E takes f4 is correct. I guess so, and then plant a knight on e5. I mean, this is where, like, I've never studied these d4 positions against King's Indian so well, which is basically, like, the setup I have. But I do know that this knight controlling the e5 square is, like, a really good motif. Safsara. If you could move to any country in the world, which country would you move to? So knight d6 was bad. My opponent messes up again, but then I mess up. It's just like, you know, this is why it's so important to play like the style of chess that suits you. I mean, like, I don't care. Oh, and I trapped my queen. I remember this. I remember saying like on stream, like, oh, don't trap your queen. and then I just trapped it. Yeah, I guess I'm just playing a queen down, but even so, with a queen down, I felt like I was actually controlling this game. But he did find a good move at some point. Maybe this one was the move, when he sacrificed. Yeah, I mean, I just tried to be tricky with a knight, right? Like hope for some tricks. Oh, I'm realizing maybe if I... Okay, let's try this. Maybe that's... Oh, that's a lot better. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay. Oh, I fixed my mousepad problems. Oh, I can finally move the mouse. Oh my god, it feels so good. It feels so good to have a working mousepad. That's crazy. Oh, okay. I mean, so sorry I can beat you now with that speed test. That's crazy. Speed test time. You know it. Then it blundered. I mean, it's over anyway. So I think my biggest take-home message from this is just don't be ambitious. Don't you dare play this move d4 and think you're like some goat. Because you're not. Now that I actually have a mouse pad, I'm gonna move my speed a bit slower. Let's make it a little bit slower, like 18 or 17. Maybe 18. Now it feels too slow. 18? 18. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let's test my speed. Okay, so pushing pawns are allowed, but not winning the opponent's queen. Okay. Let's go. Let's see if my speed is improved. I mean, Safsara had 9 seconds at the end of last game. What's going on? Are we playing? But don't go diagonally. Oh, we had a free fold. Rip. And I'm still slower. You can see, 14 seconds to 12 seconds. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, let's see if I can actually beat Safsara on time. I mean, surely I can. I'm that slow? Oh, I am so slow. I am so slow. Oh, I'm actually so slow. I'm so slow. This is crazy. Yeah, I really shouldn't be playing Bulla. I mean... Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy how slow I am. I mean, I think like with Bullet though, you still need to play good chess. I mean, you can't just have insane mouse speed. But I mean, with this level of mouse speed, you should be 2500, Safsara. I think like you just need to get a solid position where you can't lose and just flag them. You don't have a mouse. You're doing this all with your fingers? That's crazy. That's ridiculous. You are 2500, okay. There's CBA to play anymore. Honestly fair. Honestly fair. You can do better things. What are your plans actually? Are you doing GCSEs this year? What's the outlook of Sapsara looking like right now? But yeah, what to learn from this game? Yeah, just don't push d4. Don't be so ambitious. Like, what are you doing? Just castle your king as well. Castle your king at this point. And you've just got a fine position. This is a very fine position. You can play rook e8 and queen b6, and you just play this position. Don't get fancy. Interesting, but there's like some ideas of an a5. What is going on here? a5, b6, put a knight on c5. Let's see how the engine plays this. Interesting. So white eventually... black eventually plays e5, and we get this exchange. How interesting. And what about this line? How does this line go? So a5 again, knight c5. f6, d4. Oh, God. Yeah, many ways to play this, I guess. And this one? Let's see how this one goes. Oh, this is again black playing d4 eventually. Yeah, I just don't really like the idea of it. Yeah, crazy. I mean, respect to the opponent, he played a good game. This one, again with c3 Venom, we get a +4 advantage. Okay, I'm ignoring the little dip with the black. But yeah, let's see what ended up happening. So this is like a sugar-in type setup. We got this kind of position where I've got the open H file. But yeah, this position I know is always like, engine never quite likes it, but I have misplayed this in some ways. I guess going for the queenside castle was too ambitious, but then I got a better position. Oh, and then I just brought all the pieces in. I mean, this is what I was aiming for, right? And then I just could not. Okay, let's actually relearn these. Okay, skip this one. Also, I actually played it well up until this point. Wow, I literally played it perfectly to +5, and then I couldn't find the winning blow. That's so annoying. Oh, and if queen takes is the correct move, I'm actually going to cry, because I thought I was finessing with rook h6. Wow, so I literally played rook h1, g4, sacked the knight, and I have a +5 position. I'm so mad. I mean, I felt so brave for sacrificing the knight, and then I just didn't see the follow-up. What could it be? Burn that. Maybe it is just queen takes. If queen blocks and just rook h6, if they take and we take back and they block, then we can play like rook here, and g5. And that's a winning advantage. Oh, it's so annoying. I reckon queen g6 is the move. That's so annoying. Oh man, I even just saw it all just now. That's so annoying. Because I literally played queen h6 because I thought I was a better player. I mean rook h6 here. I would have made more sense to bring in the rook, but the problem is, yeah, knight f8 is a killer. Knight f8 was such a nice find. Yeah. Although it's not even the only defense, there's rook g8 as well. Yeah. Oh, your first one is in 13 days. GCSE start that soon? I thought like it's way later in the summer. That's crazy. Why is it so soon? I thought GCSE start like... Oh shit, no, GCSE started in May. Oh shit, it's already May. That's crazy. No wonder Sapsara is watching my streams. Because he's like... the panic is setting in and gotta just, you know, procrastinate a bit. But yeah, good luck. Good luck. How have you found it, actually? Like, revising and everything. Man, GCSEs, what a throwback. Revision's fine? Nice. Let me try and guess your best and worst subjects. I'd say best... Ooh. I don't know. I think worst is going to be English. I think worst is going to be English for sure. What would be best? I feel like there's no way you're good at art, Sapsara. I feel like there's no way you're good at art. I feel like music, maybe you've learned a musical instrument and you're kind of chilling with music. I don't know if you did it for GCSE. I feel like you're probably good at DT, like design and technology. And of course you're good at maths. But probably not like amazing at maths. This is my this is my psychoanalysis from our relatively short chess experience. Don't do musical art or DT. Okay, fair enough. What would be your top? I don't think you've got the sweat in you to do physics, like, to a good level. Maybe you'd be randomly good at biology. Maybe I'd put biology and maths. Biology, maths. History is a rogue one, but it could be in there. But then that requires essays. I'm gonna go, like, if you were doing A levels, I reckon like it's gonna be maths, biology, chemistry. What would be a fourth? Yeah, let's go with this. Maths, biology, chemistry, history. That's my suggestion. How are you getting this right? That's amazing. I got all 9s in mocks except 2 subjects. That's ridiculous, Sapsara. I didn't realize you were smart. Computing. How could I forget? Of course you would do computing. That's crazy you're not doing maths at A-level, though. Or are you just saying these are your best subjects? Or is this your A-level lineup? Because I feel like if you want to get into a decent uni, you need to do maths for A-level. That's crazy. You got 9s in your mocks. I thought like you're too much of a joker, Sapsara. You're too much of a joker. It's not racism. If I was being racist, then I'd say you'd get 9s on everything, right? I mean, Asians. There's always a smarter Asian than you, right? But nah, it's just like I don't know. You're a funny guy. Like funny guys aren't supposed to be getting 9s in every subject. Those are your A levels. Interesting. Can you still change? Like, ditch the philosophy and do maths instead. I mean, just for the sake of getting a job and getting a decent uni degree. I don't know. Maybe philosophy will be fun. I just feel like it's a bit dead in school. I feel like philosophy is fun if you get, like, free reign over, like, what you study, right? If you just have to, like, remember some facts about some boring fart, I mean, it's, like, a bit dead. You know what I mean? I think you should do maths. Bro, you want to go Imperial and you don't have maths as an A-level? Dude, you're so cooked. Just switch philosophy to maths. What are you doing? Why didn't you consult me on this as well? Yo, Arjun, what's up? I saw your WhatsApp message. I didn't get to read it in full, but from the brief message that I saw, like, yeah, I'd be down to play. But I need to check my schedule and work some things out. Yeah, of course Arjun did maths. He's a smart man. He's a smart man. Obviously, you do maths at A-level. Sapsara. Come on, bro. Okay. I am broke, but that's out of my own decision making. Like, I had a prosperous career path, but no, I mean, I think I'm fine. As long as I don't, get scammed out of my money too many more times, then I should be all right. Your main source of income is a chess scam business? That's crazy. There's no scam. There's no scam in my chess teaching. I actually put a lot of effort in to my chess teaching. Thank you very much. There's nothing scammy about my dedication to my students. Yeah, no worries, Arjun. We can definitely sort something out. Maths over biochem? I mean, probably, yeah. But I don't know. At the time, I was definitely into science, and I have no regrets. But what I do regret is not taking this damn pawn and trying to be a bit fancy with rook h6, which just leads them to some defenses. Yeah, queen g6, just better. Annoying, very annoying. Yeah, and suddenly, I sacrificed a piece. I'm throwing all my pieces in, and it's just not enough. Like, the position is apparently drawish, but yeah, I don't know, it's rough. Okay, I'm glad you could appreciate the effort, Safsara. Uh, yeah, why did I think you were dumb? Man, I don't know. I mean, you say a lot of dumb stuff, to be honest. But I mean, okay, I guess being like academically smart and having good social smart. I mean, you're socially smart as well, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Then again, I say a lot of dumb stuff, but I think I'm also not that academically gifted either. Like, I'd say I'm probably like a straight 8 student as opposed to a straight 9, you know? And there is a difference between getting 8s and getting 9s, to be honest. Even though, okay, I'm old enough to have a system that actually makes sense rather than using random numbers. But yeah. How come you didn't do medicine, Michael? Dr. Michael Green? So many reasons. So many reasons. I mean, firstly, a lot of my friends actually are medics, and a lot of them came to Malaysia recently. And I'd say it's about a 50-50 split of half of them, slashing it and doing well, and half of them absolutely hating their life and wishing that they never ever did medicine. Because in this day and age, to be a doctor in the NHS is like really, really poor. Like, the hours are terrible, the pay is terrible. There's so many exams, so much grind. And all for what? I mean, like another friend of mine who came on this trip, he's in finance and he's just reeling in the money and he doesn't even have like a proper job, right? So it's just like, there are like all kinds of avenues to make money and just medicine is just not it. I mean, when I look at myself and reflect on like where I would stand, whether I would be on the 50% that are hating it and 50% that are loving it, I'm more like the people who would hate it. I mean, those people, they're not stupid guys, but it's like I can just tell that I just wouldn't have it in me to go through all of that work, especially when every single day I'm seeing other people putting far less work and living a much better quality of life. I mean, I think my life now, even if I'm not making as much money as a doctor, even though that's even arguable. I mean, I think junior doctors are getting so little. Like, I might even be making more than well, maybe on par with a junior doctor or something. But in any case, even if my career progression isn't going to make as much, which again, is debatable, like depends how this Chessable stuff goes and whatnot. But even if I make a lot less money than I would have done becoming a doctor, I would never sacrifice the amount of free time and the amount of well-being and, just all of these factors that are very important in life as well to just, I don't know. I don't even know what the goal of being a doctor is. I mean, I definitely don't care enough about people to treat them like if I had a patient came in who was a rude piece of shit, I would be happily let them suffer, happily let them continue their illness. But as a doctor, you can't do that, right? Yeah, medicine is ridiculously tough. Yeah, pushing for all 9s is crazy, Safsara. I think my sister did it though, or maybe she got 1-8, or did she get all 9s? She might have got all 9s actually. I think maybe she got all 9s and 1-8, 1-8 in something. I don't know, but my sister was way more academically gifted than me, I think. What do you say the ideal income effort reward ratio? Oh, that's crazy. I mean, it's great question, Arjun. It depends really on your values, right? And for me as a person, my values definitely lie more in, the reward and the lifestyle as opposed to the effort and the pay, right? But different people have different values. I mean, it also depends as well, like, what's at stake, right? For me personally, I mean, my parents, like, I mean, okay, I could say a lot about my parents, but I'll keep it to a minimum. But I mean, all I'll say is, like, they're doing all right for themselves, right? So it's not like I need to provide for the family. So it's basically just like make enough for myself, and that's fine. So yeah, I think, like, in terms of that ratio, I think it's really minimum effort is ideal. Like, minimum effort to be, but still working smart. I mean, don't be like just laze around on a couch and just, have no future projections. I mean, do enough to have a future, but, like, always prioritize, like, for the present, because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, for instance, like, last week I lose £2,500 out of nothing. Next week I could be, in an earthquake and die or something. Like, anything can happen, right? So it's all about, like, just, you don't want to stunt your future from just, like, living so much in the present that you just literally have no future without, I don't know, having to, like, rely on your parents, or, like, rely, I don't know, like, beg your friends for money or something. That's, like, the most, like, shameful trash tier you could ever reach. But as long as you can make enough for yourself, then it's all about just living life. I personally think. Oh, what is all of this? I can't read. let me try and read. I think if you don't know what to do, Safsara, I really highly recommend taking maths. I mean, probably, you've heard this lecture from your parents, your friends, everyone already. But why philosophy over maths? Like, do you feel like it's an easy A level, or is it just something that interests you? Like, what is it? I think, like, if you did, like, maths, biology, chemistry, like, as in, if you had, like, maths substitute any of the others, that would also be fine. But I think you need maths, to be honest, as an A level. GCSEs don't matter too much unless you want to go to Oxford or medicine. Yeah, probably. I don't know with the Russell groups. Do they care if you had good GCSEs? I really don't think those GCSE grades will haunt you as much as you're led to believe. Interesting. Arjun says he took GCSEs way too seriously. I think for me, it was important for me to take GCSEs seriously because it then made the step up to revising for A-levels a lot easier. I think if I just bummed around and I didn't take the GCSEs seriously, I literally would have got screwed in A-levels. So I think to take it seriously is, like, more important in the sense of just getting practice at that kind of grind. Oh, Safsara, like, you said you went for an A-level paper for maths. Trust me, maths A-level is a piss take. Like, genuinely, if you're someone who's getting 9s at GCSE, you could literally easily do maths A-level. And I mean, some of my friends, what they were doing, they were taking further maths and maths. So what they would do is the further maths class, at least how it was taught in my school, they would speed run the maths A-level in, like, 3 months and then focus the rest of the year on further maths. Because there's, like, I don't know, maybe the system has changed now because we used to have AS levels as well. But the point being is that those friends, they were never going to do further maths. They just took the further maths class so they could speed run the maths in 3 months and then quit further maths, drop down into single maths, and then just chill. That's it. And then they just basically had more free time to, like, pursue other things because they've already learnt the whole entire maths A level in 3 months, right? And yeah, basically, like, no, I think like, at least the AS level, like the first half of maths A level is really easy. The second half of maths A level is a bit harder, but I'm sure you'd be fine. I think maths would be the easiest A level out of all of them for you, to be honest. Bro, playing the marathon 2 weeks before GCSEs is kind of nuts. I don't think you should. That's my honest opinion. Yeah, no, further maths is difficult. Huge step up to normal maths. Do you read YouTube chat? Yes, Luca. I am only reading YouTube chat. I am not actually streaming on Twitch, only YouTube. I got a D in my first mock. That's hilarious. I'm an A star at the end of further maths. Love the progression, Arjun. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, for me, like, I don't know if the system has changed, but like the way they did like the A star and the A, like you needed to get like a certain, I don't know, like 80 UMS across all the different units to get like the A grade. But to get the A star, you needed to average 90 in like the two hardest modules of single maths. And it just meant that like I could kind of relax a bit because the average 80 is not so difficult. But to get that 90 was like extremely difficult, I think, for me personally. So yeah, somehow like the grade boundaries made A level maths the easiest, I think, to like secure like an A, which ultimately is enough to get you into most good universities, to be honest. But yeah, like I really think Safsari you should take maths. That's really my opinion on it. But I don't know. At the end of the day, you do you. Always trust yourself, and it'll work out one way or another. Oh god, complex numbers and matrices. I don't think complex numbers even were covered in single maths, so I don't even know what they are. No UMS, just raw marks. I mean, just raw marks might even be better though than UMS. Because sometimes you'd get like some crazy UMS, like you know, you drop one mark and you already lose like 5 UMS or something. Like the grade boundaries could be pushed really ridiculously. New spec is harder? Interesting. That's fair, that's fair. 73% to get an A star. That seems like not too bad, but I guess if it's a harder spec, then it's tough to say. But yeah, anyway, huge sidetrack diversion there about A levels. Good to remind myself of that life. Wow, trading the queens is good. I mean, I always struggle a bit to know, like, when do you actually want to trade queens here? Because generally you don't want to trade pieces when you're material down. But the point is you're not material down, right? You've got a knight for 3 pawns. And incredibly, there's not a good way for the knight to exploit the position. But also queen h8 is also playable. So it looks like both moves are fine. Where are we? So somehow I'm doing okay here, but somehow things go wrong. King e1 would have been nice. What did I play in this position? Also, a very quick shout out to the new person who has joined the YouTube membership. I think it's their name was like Mystic Relaxing Music. Like I tried to look up their channel on YouTube, but I couldn't find it just from a search. But yeah, appreciate you joining the YouTube membership. We are now up to 3 YouTube members. So for anyone who's like new to the YouTube, basically the YouTube membership gets some exclusive uploads that the only exclusive uploads you're going to get is basically I uploaded a Benoni course on YouTube. Yeah, you can access this with the YouTube membership. It's like 10 hours of Benoni content. And yeah, I think it was a blast. You bought the C3 Venom. Let's go. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Luca. Where have you got to in the course? Which chapter are you on? I've got ADHD and I'm using that to convince me to not immerse myself in chess gambling. I mean, where did we get into chess gambling? Like, oh man. You know what? You know what's the most tilting thing? I've made like £200 to £300 gambling in chess, And with stock market, with the freaking stock market, which everyone says is a safe like thing to play, I've like lost like, like, I don't know, 500, 600 pounds. It's just like so frustrating. It's so annoying. It's like, I mean, I haven't lost it because the money is still in the system and, I can gain it all back after 10 years or something, but it's just bollocks. Load of bollocks. I mean, the real like smart move is to get into arbitrage betting. Arbitrage betting is like the way forward, but I just haven't had the time or motivation to like really give it a serious shot. Legend Arjun. Honestly, chess gambling, I mean, nowadays it's a bit less fun, but like back in the day, like maybe 5 years ago, it was so much fun because the odds were just stupid. The odds were just ridiculous. Like, whoever was making the odds probably just looked up the player's elo and just based it on that, and they didn't base it on anything chess related. So I felt like you could make such good predictions. Like, not even like getting it right every time. It's just like, let's say there are 5 stupid odds and you bet on all 5. Maybe you get 3 out of 5 of them correct and you easily make your money and more, right? But nowadays the odds are a bit better because I guess chess has got more popular as well. Oh, you're saying the marathon counts as chess gambling? Yo, Arjun, you haven't heard of arbitrage betting? Bro, like, you'll love this shit. You'll love this shit. Let me explain it in very simple words. So basically, I'll try and explain this in under like 30 seconds so we can get back to the chess. But the idea is that with sports betting, let's imagine that you have a sports bet where you say like team A can win or team B can win, right? So one option or the other. And the betting site puts some odds on team A winning or team B winning, right? Now, the thing is, different betting websites will put different odds on that same event, right? And what you can do is you can use a website or an algorithm that will scan all the websites for all the different competitions and all the different odds and try and identify what competitions have an odds where the odds are so different between one betting site and another betting site that if you bet the right amount of money on team A to win for one betting site and you bet the right amount of money for team B to win on the other betting site, no matter the outcome, you'll make a positive return. So it's a mathematically guaranteed way to make money. Now, the catch is that it's not illegal, but it is prohibited on gambling sites. Like, you're not allowed to arbitrage bet. It's a bit like card counting in a casino. Like, it's not illegal, but you're not allowed to do it. So the point is, if you get caught arbitrage betting, your account gets closed down. But you may as well try it, because even if your account gets closed down, you can still withdraw the money that you have made. I think they're not allowed to lock your money based on arbitrage betting. So you can still withdraw that money. But it's just a great idea. I mean, it's just a mathematically sure way to make money from, some corrupt gambling site. So I think it's a great thing to do. It's just, you need to dedicate some time and effort to set up the accounts, put enough money into the accounts, avoid suspicion. I mean, that's probably the hardest part of arbitrage betting is like making sure that you like outsmart the system so that they don't realize you're arbitrage betting. Otherwise, your account gets banned, your name gets blacklisted on all the sites, and that's your career over. But I think it's a really cool thing to get into. Okay, that was not 30 seconds, but okay, I think I did it justice. Yeah, chess gambling is like betting on players, betting on outcomes, how likely is a certain opening going to show up, this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not advocating for gambling. I'm advocating for arbitrage betting. There is a huge difference. Arbitrage betting is just guaranteed making money. Gambling is gambling. It's like it sounds like it's a scam, but it's really not. And the reason why that the betting sites don't do something about this is because, well, firstly, they can't. It's just like, a problem with the whole system, which can be exploited. And secondly, not enough people do it to the point where it's a serious problem. So that's why it happens. You lost 50 quid. That's crazy for Ding to win. I mean, that's also on you. I don't think I've ever bet £50 on a chess bet. I mean, that's another rule of thumb. You should never bet any money. Like, you should never bet an amount of money that you'd actually feel bad losing. If £50 feels like a lot, then you shouldn't bet £50. I always bet, like, if you were to lose that money, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. That's how you should treat betting if you are going to bet. But yeah, I don't know. I lost this game. God, how on earth did I lose this game? Oh, I blundered checkmate in one. I mean, I also was low on time, to be fair. But, oh man, that's annoying. Yeah, just too much to think about in this position to spot the checkmate. And I remember saying on stream when I played this tournament, like I said, like, that's why me castling queenside was kind of like a ballsy move, because at the end of the day, I'm not used to my king being on this side of the board. So I'm much less aware of all of the mating nets, all of the checkmate patterns, and then it's much easier to blunder a checkmate, right? If my king was on the castle, on the king side, then I would be much more secure. So yeah, this game was actually my worst C3 Venom game. So sorry Luca for joining at this point, because the last two C3 Venom games that I lost in this Chessmood Grand Prix, I was like +2 from the opening, +4 from the opening. But this one didn't go well. So, and also, yeah, well, what chapter is Luca on? I didn't. You did the full reverse Kara section. Sweet, nice. I really like the London lines as well. So you're in for a ride. I have never put money on a bet. Okay, very nice, Josh. Did you miss my explanation of arbitrage betting, Josh? Maybe you'll need to go back and have a listen if you haven't heard of it already. Because, yeah, I mean, arbitrage betting is not gambling. I mean, it's using gambling sites and exploiting them, but it's not gambling, right? So yeah, what on earth went wrong in this game? I mean, it got an e5. I mean, maybe I should have just castled kingside, to be honest. But I mean, in the end, actually, like this play, I mean, he did help me out by taking on f3, but I did get an attack. I just messed it up, and just annoying that queen g6 is actually the way to do it. And I was just being too fancy with this rook move. Yeah, what's it? If I get this again, how am I going to play this differently? I mean, queen b3 was just stupid as well. Like, why am I playing queen b3? Like, the bishop's still on c8. So I think it was just a poor game in general. I don't think I have to worry so much about this setup. The other thing as well is, like, I should always consider if I can take him and quickly play c4. Am I able to do this here if I take with a pawn? I've got knight a5. See, another problem with the queen randomly being on b3 like this. Now, let's say I played a normal move. Let's say I played like knight d2, and play bishop d6, so I take and play c4. Is this fine? Apparently not. But not because they played d5. This is... Interesting that it also doesn't mind the structure. Oh, that's true actually. When they cannot break with c5, then I think the structure is actually very good. What if they try and prepare c5? Let's say this happens and they play for c5. I guess I can probably even take it. Right. But what happens if they take here? I'm always curious. Am I supposed to take with a pawn or the knight? Looks like the knight. And this is just an interesting structure. But yeah, interesting how the knight on c6, it means that they can't break with c5 as easily. Okay. It's good to know. Because yeah, the one caveat of this e takes f4 is that the d pawn gets a bit weaker and c5 becomes a little bit stronger. So with the knight on c6, then there's even more reason just to leave the bishop on f4. Okay, good to see. Maybe I'll make a note of this actually. Let's make a note of this. Oh, whoops. So this was c3, knight f6, knight c6, e3. And just here. Yeah, with knight on c6. Let me put this comment after. c5 break comes in slower. Can make use of e takes f4 motif better. Yeah. Okay. E takes f4. Again, let's sugar in. Okay, yeah, let's. I think we can move on from this. I mean, basically, I messed up this sacrifice. Turns out the more forcing move was the better way to go. I then kind of kept the game quite even, but then I blundered in time trouble and blundered a checkmate. So I think that covers all of these 4 games that I tilted. And let's finish with this game against Socrates, and then I'll save the other 5 losses another time. God, it takes so long to go through your games, but I think it's a worthwhile course. Oh, you commented before I explained it. I see. Do you ever get bored by the lack of variety in C3 Venom? That's a really good question, and a good timing of the question as well, because as I mentioned, yesterday I went to train some chess in person, and I was studying this 7 Deadly Sins by Jonathan Rowson, and the kind of discussion in the book really made me start to reflect, maybe I do want more of a conventional game, because a conventional game of chess requires more struggle, requires more thought, requires more creativity, compared to C3 Venom, where it's just like a cheat code to get good positions, right? So I was genuinely considering whether I should make my life a bit harder to force myself to think and actually allow myself a bit more creativity. But at the end of the day, I want to win my games. And I think if I were to compare trying to get better at overall chess and give myself that flexibility and creative license, it will simply not warrant as good results as just getting stronger and stronger and stronger in my understanding of C3 Venom. And to answer your question, Ben, do I ever get bored? No, I'm not getting bored. It's just sometimes I feel like maybe I'm missing on certain types of games that I might be able to win in. So for instance, one type of game that I had a lot of success in was this line of the Reti, where I turn the tables on the Dutch player and I go for the attack. C3 Venom, it's not so much about the attacking, it's more about just getting good solid positions. So maybe I miss out on certain positions. And also another one was the wing gambit, right? When I used to play e4, I had some huge success with the wing gambit. I mean, the mentality of the wing gambit is basically you're on a knife's edge of being lost, but it's slightly easier to find the path to victory, if there is one. So you find that path to victory, you win your game. Whereas black is the one scrambling around to try and justify their advantage when it's actually very, very difficult in practice. So I kind of liked that challenge, and I think I was quite good at it. But of course, when I got to a certain level, wing gambit is less strong. Also, the wing gambit gets more popular. People start to prepare their defenses better. My pet lines don't work as well. It's just not so sustainable, right? So I think that's the other thing as well. what am I looking for? I want to be a player that when I'm 80 years old, I can still be crushing people, and C3 Venom is the way to go for that, right? Like, I'm only going to get stronger in my understanding, in my lines, in my ability to play. And I mean, like when I look at the first game we looked at, right, this game against the FM that I lost, I literally played, like, if we go back to these first moves, first of all, like, this exchange Slav part is, like, you know, all standard. And then this A4, this is through analysis. Knight A2, this is through analysis. To reroute the knight from C1 to B3, this is all analysis. And I'm already building up this +1 advantage. I even win a pawn. And I even find knight E4, which is a very cute finesse. And already I get +3. And this is even correct. Literally, this is flawless, right? Against an FM. I don't think I could do that consistently playing a different repertoire. So it's all about the consistency for me, and yeah, okay, then it's just a matter of, like, you know, not being bad at chess and actually being able to convert such a position, a pawn up. But yeah, in terms of openings, I'm very happy. Very, very happy. In terms of making YouTube shorts, it's just not my passion. Like, I just find it, like, unfulfilling to do. I mean, editing is enough of a chore. Like, I only want to do it if I actually feel, like, satisfied with the product, right? So that's why I still make the occasional YouTube video. But shorts, I mean, no, of course it would boost my channel, but yeah, I just can't be bothered. Just can't be bothered. I mean, I don't mind keeping the channel small as well. I mean, it means I can actually answer your questions in chat. I mean, like, you compare it to, let's say, like an Anna Cramling stream. Like, every other message, you've got some dude, like, thirsting over her, which is just, like, horrific. And it's like, imagine, like, I have like the viewer base of, like, Gotham Chess. I mean, like, it's just completely impractical for training streams, right? I mean, I'm already getting distracted enough, but it'll just be so boring, I think. So, you know, with fame comes some consequences. Let's put it that way. But yeah, let's study this final game for the day. So another C3 Venom. So again, I think in this position, I guess, yeah, we've got C3 Venom against King's Indian, that then converts to a mainline D5 because they play with D5, not with D6. And yeah, this is all stats. Made Queen B6 with Queen B3. Yeah, and okay, he played it quite well, actually. I don't think I had a choice here to play this differently. Oh, Queen A3. Yeah. This is always a debate, like, whether you can get away with this fast enough, because they can sometimes play like this. But yeah, just in time to play B3. This is very nice. Yeah, this is the better way to do it. Like, I forgot. I've definitely mentioned this in my course, to play with Queen A3 when we have the time to do so. So yeah, good to be reminded by that. But you've always got Queen C2, Queen C1 as, like, a backup. And I played A4 because I wanted to plant a knight on B5, which is what I did. Knight D2, I felt like it was a bit unambitious, but I didn't see what else to do. Knight H4, interesting. Oh wow, Bishop C7. Not quite sure I fully get that though. Knight H4, Bishop C8, Bishop C7. They move their queen. F3. Let's say they move the knight back. Wow, and this position's already a nightmare for black. How come? They just go back. Play for E4. Right, and this is also going to be weak. Very interesting. Yeah, actually, this E4 break should be stronger when they haven't got in B5, so... Okay, so trying to play for the E4 break. I think I did that anyway, though. Yeah, I played Rook E1. Oh, I missed Knight D6, yeah. Then I think... Did I see it on the next move? I can't remember. No, I missed my chance to play Knight D6. That's annoying. Yeah, of course, Knight D6 to take the bishop pair should be good. Actually, why is it so good though? Why is it like plus 2? I mean, if I take, what if they take with the e pawn? Okay, b3. Ah, and the structure is somehow collapsing. What's the point? b3, they take it? Rook e b1. Okay. And take on b3. Okay, that kind of makes some sense. Yeah, we're opening the position for our bishops as well. I mean, that definitely makes sense. But okay, we get this position. Oh yeah, and I missed bishop f4. I was annoyed about this during the game. Like, this would be a much more pleasant structure than what I did. Just moved a bit too quickly. So I had some problems to solve here, but I didn't think it was over. Yeah, I won the exchange. Then got this position. And somehow I managed to mess this up. What did I do? b3 here. Queen d4. How did I mess this up? Rook d1. Rook d1 is a crazy move. I mean, am I not getting burnt by this? Rook d1 plus 4. Are you kidding me? I guess you're threatening check and then check. And if this doesn't lead anywhere, maybe I just move somewhere. I don't know, here or something. But then he goes here. Man, I don't know. Rook d1. Rook takes g2. King f1 only move. Check. Ah, and then I have to sack. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, still quite difficult to play Rook d1 though. I went for the check and it didn't help. Yeah. Oh god. Why did I go for this already? Maybe I thought I'd get enough pawns for it. Yeah, and to be fair, actually, he messed up here. Queen d7. Oh, that's a very cute move. I mean, again, you need balls of steel to play a move like this, like to believe that your king is completely safe. But yeah, it looks like my king is weaker. So actually, then this exchange stack was good, aside from that one oversight. And I lost this position. Oh, this was... Oh my god. I think I lost 3 games where I had a rook endgame, a pawn up. And this is the first of the 3. So, without engine, I'm going to show you what happened. Then I'm going to click request computer analysis and we're going to resolve the mistakes I made. But let's see how I lost this. I played here. I played here. This looks fine. Now, maybe I need to be a bit more cautious here and prevent black's activity. Because my rook is a little bit awkward on this square. But what am I supposed to play? Maybe I just play king e2, because if he does come down here, then I win this pawn. He takes here. Oh, man. Yeah, move 43, I'm a bit puzzled on that. I did play king e2, right. So maybe that was wrong. And then I threw in these checks, which just wasn't a good idea. These checks just improved his king. Very, very poor form from me to just do that. And then I lost my pawn. His king is getting even more active. And... yeah, and he had this rook over here. But somehow... oh yeah, because he can take with the king. So no way I could have done this better. I guess, see, already my instinct isn't that I'm completely lost here. I'd look at this and think that I'm drawing this, but of course it's lost if they push this pawn. Maybe I got to start giving checks. Oh, I can just start giving checks. Because if he ever blocks the pawn, then he can't promote. If he ever blocks here, I can promote. If he ever comes this way and tries to come up the board, well, he can't go too far without dropping the pawn. Ah, man. Just start giving checks. Just start giving checks. That's probably it. See, that's the thing. I just didn't realize that I was lost if they promote. I thought it was going to be that classic case of like, they take, I take, and then I promote. So they can't promote, right? And both, like, the best thing you can do is take, and then I take or something. But yeah, the king here is completely different. Yeah, and then it's very unfortunate that this wasn't winning. Again, my instinct should be king f5, keep the kings on the same side so I can shoulder this king and get this pawn rolling. That would have been better. But instead, I went the wrong side. I tried to make amends and try and get my king to f6, but I was just too slow. And then, yeah, with 3 seconds on the clock. I mean, he was starting to choke it, to be fair. Oh my god, I missed taking the rook. But I was on 0.5 seconds as well. And I ran out of time. That's crazy. I ran out of time. Oh my god. So, where do we go from? Let's head back to this point. Move 41. Let's run a computer analysis and let's resolve the mistakes. Luke says, I think the bishop is bad if you control e5. Oh, when was this? So with knight on c6, structure should help you play versus the bishop. Yeah, no, don't know what you mean, Luca. Must have been a previous game. What's your c3 Venom response after c3 f5? Arjun, you'll have to buy the course to find out. My friend Tobes carried your team. I wouldn't say carried. I mean, Grand Koalas carried the team with 60 points. What a crazy, crazy result. But no, definitely appreciate his contribution. Oh, for the record, Josh, I 100% recommend playing b6 against the wing gambit. I think it's like the most sane way to play. And I think after playing b6, you very often play g6 as well. So I think that's kind of in line with your Sicilian repertoire. So I think it's really the correct decision. Like I'm glad you played b6. And I know we've been having some discussion lately about like subjectivity and objectivity in chess, and playing b6 is 100% the correct way to go from a subjective human perspective, personally. Okay, let's get up to move 40. Wow, so this is move 38. So yeah, only now was I making a mistake. I should have gone queen e7 and taken the draw. But here is where I make my first mistake. So I'm actually +2. But then my opponent does this and things start to go wrong. So what should I have done? I'm now getting the vibe. Should I have done this? Surely not. I mean, that feels really slow as well. Like, just admit my mistake and go back. Oh, what about check and rook here? Maybe that feels even stronger. Because then I'm even trying to come here. But I mean, interestingly then, like on this rook b1, maybe I should have gone rook d1 instead. I mean, it's just so natural to attack the pawn. But actually the rook looks like it does a lot on this square. So, yeah, here, I'm gonna go with rook d1. I mean, I don't think I should give this check and potentially help improve this king. So rook d1. Yeah, good move. Rats. And then later on here, king f5, yeah, it's very careless to allow this king even more opportunity. So probably I should take this pawn. Yeah, and then, oh, rook f7. I was thinking maybe this check and try and pick this guy up. If rook f7, I get my rook to f4 like this. I see. And this is just equal, I guess, with best play. So yeah, I've already messed up, and now this actually lost. That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. I mean, like his king got active. I mean, I basically wasted 2 moves and provoked his king to get active. I mean, no wonder. But my feeling is that yeah, at this moment I have a draw, right? So rook f7 was already a mistake. Yeah, rook f7 did nothing. Maybe push the pawn, or maybe cut off his king. Maybe that's the... I don't know. Everything looks lost, actually. How on earth did I even get to a drawn position here? Maybe I need to activate my king. Maybe that's something that's useful. I think that looks good, actually. Yeah. King d1 looks best. And then start giving some checks. Get my pawn rolling. Yeah, I can believe that. And here, this is apparently a mistake. Really? What could I have done instead? I guess I could have given one check. Does that make much of a difference? Maybe it does. Stops king b2 at least. Yeah, so king c4, rook c7. Yeah, so I think we gain a bit of time. Because, yeah, we want the rook to be on c7 rather than on f7. So if we can push here or we can push when the rook is here, then obviously we want the rook to be here. And okay, this actually blunders checkmate as well. But yeah, rook c7. Wait, did I make a mistake around here? Oh yeah. Oh, so it's only way later that didn't I have a draw? Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Check. Here? Yeah, I have a draw here. I have a draw. I don't know why it wasn't making me correct my mistake. I guess maybe because I'd inputted the correct move already with rook b7. But yeah, I literally had a draw. That's so annoying. Yeah, and then this is oh, king f5. See, I told you my instinct was right. I just in the moment went with king h5, but you should always shoulder the enemy king when you're pushing this pawn. I mean, I just didn't have enough time. 7 seconds. I kind of just panicked a bit, but this should definitely be the instinct. Like, it's poor instinct there. So here, probably then, the thing is, I mean, no, everything is checkmate, so I don't know, maybe this? King h6, but the thing is, oh, that doesn't win the pawn. I thought this won the pawn for some reason, so yeah, this, I guess, is smarter then. King comes in. Pawn is getting quite far. This looks very close. Wow, rook g5 only move. So actually king h6 is a much better improvement to get the pawn rolling. Wow. It's the only move. Crazy. Rook g5, push the pawn, king f5, king h7, and then check. Wow, then you get back in time. Oh, but not like this, because then you've got this move. Oh my god, that's careless. King g6, wow. Yeah, crazy that I've still got to fight here. For some reason, I thought the disconnect of like moving to the square is just too far away from this pawn, and somehow I'd lose the pawn. But the problem is they can just push the pawn, and it's nothing. So king h6, good to see this. Yeah, king h4 is just a little bit too like scared of dropping the pawn. But yeah, this is just much better to get the pawn rolling. Very interesting. And again, yeah, this check then I guess is just unnecessary. Like, just prioritize getting the king back. Because if you're going to draw this, you'll need the king. So no need to give this check. Yeah, very, very educational. Yeah, and now the king is well in time. And time scramble, but I end up flagging. Yeah, very interesting. So what to learn from this one? Yeah, okay, this one is also like losing anyway. And yeah, obviously winning the rook would have been smart. So, oh yeah, the first thing was playing the queen to a3. I should have been more open to that as a move. This was all okay though. Yeah, I missed like a knight d6 opportunity as well. But I won the exchange, and this was okay. I missed this idea to play rook d1, which was really crazy. But this was still fine. Rook f5 was still good, except for queen d7. Which is a tough move to ask for. But yeah, this position required my rook to be active, but also to prevent my opponent's rook to be active. And this plan was just very strong. So basically my rook actually belonged here, which is something I didn't appreciate. I mean, it's just so natural to put the rook on b1 to attack the pawn, but yeah, the rook is just better on d4. Very interesting. Yeah, man, these checks are just crazy. Just pure panic. And with 30 seconds on the clock, I really shouldn't be making this mistake. So yeah, lots to learn from these games. Glad you guys could join in. And yeah, we had lots of nice tangents from meeting a House Sapporo centipede to discussing A-levels to contemplating life decisions, having lost $2,500 from my bank account due to fraud. Here we are, analyzing chess and learning from our games. So honestly, I'm really glad that I managed to make this stream happen because, you know, it was playing on my mind a bit of doing this, but I'm glad we did it. We only managed to get through 5 games, but 5 games is still better than nothing. We've got another 5 games to look at that we lost. Yeah, really crazy tournament. And anyone who's joining the stream, so XGotJ, welcome from Kenya. Awesome. And Luca as well, who's new. I mean, definitely join Team Chess Lifestyle to play in these Chessmood Grand Prix events. I think they're a lot of fun. And prizes to be won. Money prizes, Chessmood prizes, lots of prizes. Definitely check it out. And you can find the team page on my Ponziani Master profile. Should be easy enough to find. So yeah, on that note, let me just quickly catch up on the chat. Oh, the C3 Venom game where I left my bishop on f4, right. So what was your comment? You were saying... And c6. Structure helps you play this bishop. Man, I don't know, Luca. It's too late for my brain to function. But yeah, appreciate the comment, regardless. Argent says, surely d5 is better. Luke says, I also played d5 against the wing gamut. d5 is exactly what I hoped for. So d5 is like the main line, and I've got all kinds of tricks and traps and sharp attacking play in d5. I mean, there are some lines of d5 that are fine, but you really need to know your stuff. And I remember I had this one amazing tournament. I'll quickly flex my FIDE. But I had this one amazing tournament in Belgium many moons ago, back in 2021, I want to say. Maybe this month. If this loads. Really? It's not going to load? This is going to say body. Yeah, this tournament. I beat an FM. And I beat a 2100, and I beat Hannah Goosens, who's like the strongest female player from Belgium. All of the white pieces, all of the wing gambit, and all of them played d5. So definitely can vouch for my wing gambit lines. But at the same time, yeah, it's not consistent enough. And I definitely think that I see more potential in my chess with playing c3 Venom. So yeah, definitely a long journey I took to get here, but I'm glad I took it. But yeah, I think, guys, I'm going to call it a day. It's been a long day for me. And yeah, see you guys, I guess, on Monday for some more chess. Okay, adios.